comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Here I come!
Getting a punish counter like that is how you want to start a round. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Combo with the target combo. Burnout is triggered. Okay, creating some space here. They're jostling, perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Steps back to start things off. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 chases them down. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Doesn't miss a beat. Which way you gonna block? Player 2 can't getting that execution with Kagero no Mai. This may be it. Hits him with a vagabond edge. Sneaks in above. Tries to catch him out with the arc stick. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Jumps? Both fighters planning something? Nice carry. Drive rush to keep it going. A real test of nipple.
Looks like Mai's getting ready to go full pops off the tank and scores the win.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Not good enough.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Hi!
Start. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. Getting that execution with Kagero no Mai. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round.
Hi!
Carey tries to act quickly, but with the attack.
Both sides getting ready.
Getting up close and personal. Sets up with the jump in. Target. Oh!
Putting the cherry on top.
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
Carries them all the way to the corner and runs up
One step ahead of them. Player 1 with the rhythm. Flatline zone. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Round
It's
one.
not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Below. Ooh, what a smart throw. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Forward throw. Not letting them out of the corner. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Trips him up. The air throw is smart, but out of reach. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that.
Stay down.
Can't tech the throw. Both fighters at even help. Player 2 triggers the super and is looking to put this out of reach. KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate. Their timing was on point then. That perfect parry may lead to something. The throw misses. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping at this. Ooh! Hits him with a stopping bomb. Gets the combo. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burning. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Jumps. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. A quick breather. Fights out of the corner. Back to the center of the stage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Prince goes out of sight. Are we gonna see a comeback here?
Tricky hidden variable.
Ah, burnout activates. Barely blocks the jump in. Opts for the critical art. Start the tune.
Cause Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cycle. And this is only the beginning.
Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win here? Oh, throws them away. Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps up. Hidden variable. Shoots off a fireball up close. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this map gonna go? What are they thinking here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Knockdown. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Burnout is triggered. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super art. Gets the jump in. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now hold your breath. This is gonna be bad news. Vagabond and sends them flying. Uses the gauge for a super art. Ooh, Bushin Scramble's gonna leave them hurt. Knockdown and player 2 hitting that extra juicer with Kagero no Mai. Now, can they finish the drive rush to keep it going? Going in? They return to center stage. Hits them with a Vagabond edge. No way. No signs of running up from out the corner. Tops off the tank and scores the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. All the throw connects. Dashes forward. Low heavy, but no go. That feeling out phase is over. Uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Meets them air to air. How did they read that throw? Nothing stops this train. Vagabond forever elevator. More fuel for the fire. Cook them up. Hits them with a Bushin Scramble. 9 to 5 work damage incoming. Player 1 escapes with the reversal. They're taking a step back and drive rush. Somehow manages to block the turns out. Okay, go out of sight. Mine coming in for the meet and greet. There's a burnout. Getting up close and personal. Quick before snipe. The low's blocked. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not. This is gonna hurt. We'll freeze them from above with the potion beat. Oh, it's enough. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Solid anti-air. Hits them with a stop and block. Vagabond and sends them flying. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Sticks the combo. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Throws them. What's next? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
They piled up and adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Level 3 super! Sending that meter like it's nobody's business. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Player 2 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Manages to block the jumping attack. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Opts for the critical art.
Taking the fight to a whole new level with Enbu Arasakura.
A real test of nerves here. Flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Oh, we're not done yet. Looks like they're both warmed up. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Player 1 chases them down. Definitely saw that counter coming. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Cat capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight!
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Santa Shuriken springs forward with the drive rush. Going in? They return to center stage. Scrapping it out up close. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. This may be it. Arc step! It's a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super arc finish. Nice and clean. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jump in finds the mark. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The combo's there. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. This is looking bad. What are they gonna do? Super Art activated. Expect something big here. Slips the grab. Gets the jump in. Combo with the target combo. Oh, easy tech. Oh, burnout triggered. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 chases them down. There's a change of... burnout activates. They're both out of drive gauge. So they... Ooh, it's getting hot here. Calm down, guys. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Fight!
Immediate jump in. Sneaks in above. Uses the gauge for a super art. Start the tunes. Because Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Now, can they finish the job? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Breaks the block with a throw. Plays burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Going in? Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Wraps it up with a throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round! Fight!
Back uses their drive gauge. Barely blocks the jump in. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Ooh, does them dirty. And they burn up more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Bushin scramble. Oh, I saw this in Shibuya once. Live turning it up to an 11. Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick. Goes for the jump in. Sets a shuriken bomb to panic. Player 1 chases them down. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Blocks the jump in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of accounting. Tries to catch them out with the arc stick. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Max SA gauges. Looking to impress with this super. Start the tune.
The Kimberly's ready to feast. Bushin Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning.
Player 1, Neat Burnout ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
Kimberly.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
We've seen you on the scene. I am the pride of the Shiba Nui.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Jump in, finds the mark. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening. This is going to hurt. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Player 2 chases them down. Sticks the combo. The jump in is denied. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Knockdown. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. One, they're going for the super art. In there. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. That springs forward with the drive rush. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? All right, what's coming up next? Grabs and throws him away. Jumps, blocks the ambiguous toss-up. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Knockdown and Vagabond and sends them blind. Jumps in. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. Connects with the throw. Jumps up. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Holy!
Punish counter sets the table. Vagabond forever elevated. Pops off the tank and scores the win.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Back down. This is gonna hurt. This is it. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale. Good presence of mind. So how did they read that throw? Player 1 is in a very good spot. Here comes a big combo. Player 2 in with the cross. Vagabond forever. they mean to do that? Over in a flash. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge, pressuring them in the corner. Big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. The jump in is denied. KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Vagabond and sends them flying. Player 2, drive rush to keep it going. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Tries to catch them out with the arc stick. Going in. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. A quick breather. Throws a beefy Kachosen. Max SA gauges. This is gonna hurt. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? The corner throw ends it. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Brushes off the impact. No good up high. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Trips him up. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Oh, burnout. This is a huge chance to make a kill. Triggers the super and is looking to put this out of reach. Blocks it just in time. They must have anticipated a super art coming. Player 2 creates a good snipes them out the air. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Absorbs there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Misses the grab. Grabbing it out up close. What'll happen here? Quick drive rush to keep it going. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace.
Both sides getting ready.
And they create this is gonna hurt. KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chance. Gets out of there with the backdash. There's an over. Springs forward with the drive rush. Which fighter will control the pace of them? Blocks the drive reversal. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return.
Bushin Ninja Star Punch! This is how the Bushin Ryu roll!
Player 2, Boss Super Art incoming. Gets the counter hit.
Vagabond Forever Elevator!
Oh, here we go. Connects with the throw. Nice fireball. Excellent block. There's a burnout. Player 1, what a finish! Player 1
Gets the win in a convincing fashion!
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
On the scene!
Showtime! Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Deftly shuts out the jumping. Goes for the throw. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 has the life lead. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Blocks the jump in. Opts for the throw. Takes a trip. Caught their eye on the air. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Knockdown. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Nails the KO. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight!
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps up. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Jumps in. Blocks it. Blocks the impact. Player 2 can build off this lead. Knockdown and barely blocks the jumping. Breaks those shins. Hits him with a vagabond edge. Going in, player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Anti-air drops him. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Changes the flight plan. Burnout activates. And looking to impress with this super. Gets him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Taking no prisoners. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 chases them down. Deals some damage with that quick combo. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Brings out the super-perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight!
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Nice tech. Slides and goes for the leg. Tries to catch him out with the arc stake. Uses the target combo as a filler. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Big throw. They're going for the super arc. Comes crashing down on them with the pushing beat. Knockdown and player 2 has an empty drive beat. This is a very precarious situation. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Pops off the tank and scores the win. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight! Round! Fight!
Opts to create space to start. Big throws. Nothing stops this train. Beast mode activated, and now they're ready to party. Attack hits, and they may get another chance. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or shoot their shot? Rise attack misses. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Big gauge lead. Genius read with that throw escape. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? A jump? Changes the flight plan. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. Turns out. Hits them from above with the bullshit beat. Cooks up some hot and spicy damage with the bullshit beat. A real test of nerves here. What a finish!
about as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
Comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Here's to a fair fight.
You call, I answer.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop. Opts for the throw. All right. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Will they be able to manage what little drive gauge they have? They block the overhead, and player one chases them down. Taking stock. Throws them. What's next? And burnout triggered! Springs forward with the drive rush. Experiencing burnout. Cages them in with the Lashuka. The super doesn't hit. That smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round.
Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Immediate jumping. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player one chases them down. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Decides to meet them in the air. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Throwing some shade. Blocks it. 3-volt ices. Jumps in. Orbalon. Up draw critical. What's gonna happen?
Confirms the boosting Ninja Star Cypher. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor.
What's next? Player connects with the throw.
That was the highest I've ever seen.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any tricky hidden variables. Orbalon. Player one has a slight life lead. Really played it up close. They know where they need to refine the plan, but will they change it up? Tries to catch them out with the arc stance. Oh, here we go. Oh my, the throw tech. Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. What now?
Tons of space between the fighters now. One goes out of sight.
Oh, burnout! Do they mean to do that?
Player one is looking what were they thinking?
Great burns out! Solid anti-air! This unleashes some big damage! Amazing! Read the jump in perfectly! Players knew the throw was coming! A jump?
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
I can't believe it!
They gotta find something to wall. You're a ground.